Create in me a pure heart, O my God. Renew a tranquil conscience within me, O my. So in January of 2009, I went and I stayed in this village of Levea-Chom, and it's in central Cambodia. And I went basically just to facilitate conversations with the community about what they identified as their most pressing needs. Let thine everlasting melodies breathe tranquility on me, O my companion. So I show up, and I knew what was most important was to just be with people in spirit. That's the only way that I can describe it. But when I showed up on the first day, we decided to do a map of the village. And everybody said, okay, that sounds great. And we start off to map the village. Well, it turns out they already had a map. So this was great. So all we had to do was update it. And I saw there was a building that had these two big trees drawn in next to it. And I asked what that was, and they said, that's the spirit house. And so I thought, great, okay, can we take a walk there? That'll be a good place to start. So we all walked there, and I just had this feeling of really that I was walking into sacred space. And it felt, I connected with it in a way that I don't think I have before. And I was able to just say this prayer, and it was translated, and I just said, you know, I am grateful for the opportunity to be here in this village, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea, but Netta, that's the name of the spirit, Netta, I know that you are going to guide this whole community to work together and to help us come to a good solution. And it was genuinely from my heart, and that was the starting place for the project. Through the spirit of power, confirm thou me in thy cause, O my best beloved, and by the light of thy glory, reveal unto me thy path. So one day, about 30 or 40 villagers came together, and what we did was make a list of all of the different problems that they could brainstorm. And then people voted on that list and spoke about which one felt the most urgent and pressing to them. What emerged top was their need for better health care. And so we started from the place of what is one small thing that can be done that can improve healthcare outcomes right now, just starting very small. And it was identified transportation to the health clinic would be helpful, which was 2 or 4 kilometers away. And so I made the suggestion, how about if we choose somebody who has a moto who can drive people to the clinic? And the response that I got back was, no, we're not going to choose somebody, we're going to elect somebody. And I thought, awesome. And so over the next couple of days, this all developed. A job description was written, a core group of people came together, and they wrote 14 different points that they felt were important for the candidate who got selected. And it was great. It was like the first one was 1, must have good personality. Number 2, must respect the people. Number 3, it was like on and on like this. It was so great. And when it came time to run the elections, we had over 150 people show up to vote. And the villagers ran their own election. I didn't do a thing. Over the space of this whole project, I felt like what I was doing was just holding space for the community. Just saying it's okay that we talk about this and allowing for their own solutions to come forth in this creative way that began in connection to spirit. And they started that afternoon driving people to the health clinic. And the first month that this project's been in operation, 214 people have gotten rides to the health clinic. I don't know if you saw the clip of Michelle Obama talking to the girls at the school in London.
All of you are jewels. You are precious, and you touch my heart. And it is important for the world to know that there are wonderful girls like you all over the world.
That was the essence of what I feel is at the heart of this work. The love that was emanating from her for those girls in that school was so powerful, and it was moving to watch it. It brings me to tears every time I see it. And she was highlighting the strengths that she saw. And it was out of her genuine love of those girls there that can lift them up to a place of where they need to be in the world. And I think that just resonated with me so much because that is the core element. It is about trusting people and loving them. And from that healing environment that it creates, people are able to go to the next stage in their development. And being a part of that for me was one of the most satisfying experiences that I've had.